What's up, you guys? So, I just got home from a 3-day trip. Well, it was one. Okay, so I left on the 20th. I was gone most of early the 20th, all of the 21st, and today's the 22nd. And I got home today. We went away for Mama Ova's birthday, and it was very fun. We had a very good time. It was one of our best trips we've ever had. I finished my read, which was, Kingmakers Year 1, by Sophie Lark. It was so good. I've already ordered the rest of the series. I have book 2 and book 3. And then I have book 4 and 5 on special order because I want all the sprayed edges. It was very good. It did have some spicy scenes, but I definitely felt like they were very, very well written, and they did not take away from the plot at all. Sorry. And my current read, I don't know why this just popped open like that, is The Haunting by Natasha Preston. This is my first Natasha Preston read. It's funny because I've collected a lot of her books from Goodwill, but I never had read any. There we go. So this is my first read by her, and I'm really enjoying it. It's called The Haunting. It's basically about murders that are happening in a small town around Halloween. And it almost reminds me, I think it's going to be like a thriller, but it almost reminds me of like a YA cozy mystery. Let me look up what GoodReads. All of a sudden, I just crashed out. It is currently, what time is it? 7:30, and I'm so ready to go to bed, like right now. Let me open my GoodReads. I am exhausted. This is the first book I've read on my Kindle in 2 to 3 books. This is the first one I've read on here because nothing against my Kindle. This is a case I got from Target. Nothing against my Kindle, but I was just reading physical books that I have in my my library, so let's look it up. The Haunting by Natasha Preston. So, okay, it's on my want to reads. I need to switch it to currently reading. This book is, okay, I don't want to read that. I wanted to read book details, maybe. No, that doesn't tell me anything. It was written in 2023. Okay, let's try not to look at the reviews. So, readers that like this book also liked, like, Frida McFadden book. None of these. Home is Where the Bodies Are by Genevieve Rose. The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. Okay, it says horror thriller, young adult mystery thriller, Halloween, suspense fiction, murder mystery. It kind of reminds me of like a YA cozy mystery that's not overly cozy because you're dealing with teenagers. But I will say I am, how far through this book am I right now? Because I need to update that too. I don't know what this is for. I'll tell you guys something funny about this. 38% of the way through this book. Loving it. And I haven't really enjoyed a book where I've gotten like in 2 days. 38% of the way through it in quite a long time. Kingmakers, I felt like it took me forever to read that book. Let me see how long it took me to read Kingmakers. I know this is thrilling content for you. Yeah, so I read The Housemaid's Wedding on my Kindle. And then I read The Duke and I, which is Bridgerton. Book 1 by Julia Quinn. I read that from the 30th to the 7th. So that one took me 8 days to read. And it's not a big book, but I just haven't been reading as quickly. And then Year 1, Kingmakers, it took me from the 10 days to read it. And then I started this one on the 20th. And it's now the 22nd. So I read it the 20th, 21st, and the 22nd. I'm going to read it right now. But, yeah. But books like The Housemaid's Secret took me 2 days. And then The Housemaid took me 2 days. And then Reckless, which is Chestnut Springs Book 4, took me 4 days. One by One took me 4 days. Which Freida McFadden books are usually a really quick read. But I don't update this as much as I should or could. And then How to Charm a Nerd, I only got to 53%, and that took me 3 days. That tells you how bad it was. And then I have some other ones. One took me 8 days. I kind of don't want to say the name of the book because one took me over a month. Another one took me over a month. First one took me over a month. And then The Spell Shop took me 7 days. Yeah. Anyway, I know this is really thrilling for all of you. I was just looking back on my year of reads. I did so well this year on my goal for the year was to read 20 books. That was my goal for this year. My goal for next year is going to be 25, but I read 42. What is the reading challenge beta? Oh. It just says I reached my goal. 3 of 6 achievements. What is this one? Oh, I don't care about all this. Okay. They're like, well, if you read this book or this book, then you... No, I don't care. It's only until the end of the month anyway. But, so I did 210%, and I'll probably finish The Haunting before the end of the year. So, but books that I've DNF'd. I DNF'd Lights Out. I didn't like it. People are so oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Did not like it. And then I'm gonna probably read next. I don't know what I'm gonna feel like after this. I'm either gonna read Kingmaker or I'm gonna start. I don't think this is the first book. I think this one is This by Elsie Silver. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I have 2 of them. I have this one and I have this one. I don't know which one's the first one. Does it tell me on the side? No. I think Off to the Races is the first one. I just like these books. I like Elsie Silver as a writer. I think she's a very good writer. And then I have, I don't know. I might not though. I might want to read something like this that has paranormal stuff. This is also a book 1. And I love how big and floppy this is. So I don't know. I have so many books I want to read. I need to really set up a TBR for next year and just be I'm reading these books. And if I don't feel like reading this book, then I unhaul it or whatever because I have so many books to get through. But anyway, that's it. That's all I have to say. That's the video. No, I'm hoping that I'm going to get more stuff because tomorrow is Monday and me and Nick have a project to do. It's the 23rd. And then I probably will not film on Christmas Eve or... Well, I might film on... I don't know. Maybe I'll film on Christmas Eve and Christmas. And then I am applying for jobs. So I'll start getting that kind of content going and telling you guys what I'm doing and stuff like that. I'm not going to tell you where I apply to, obviously. But me and Nick are trying a different approach to bills. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's going to work out really well. It was an idea I had, but I need to talk to him first because I don't know. I just like running stuff by him because we're a partnership and we think it's going to be better for both of us, and that's important. But other than that, I don't have a whole lot to update you guys on. So I'm probably just going to read for a little bit and relax and then go to bed and wake up early tomorrow. And then in January, I'm also hopefully going to be starting a new meal plan. So that will be like super exciting. Because I'm looking forward to just getting back going on everything. And yeah, I just feel like I need to feel better. A lot of it's mental stuff though, and I don't think there's a lot that I can really do until I go to the doctor. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the project. Nick. Oh my god, I look so... Okay guys, I look rough as hell right now, and I can explain. You're not in the frame, so you're good. So I have been up since 4 in the morning. Here, let me grab my clock. I will show you guys. And it's currently 6:45, or 42 in the morning, okay? And I have been up because I was reading... Well, it's not going to show on here right now because I already took the download off my Kindle. I was reading The Haunting by Natasha Preston. If you don't want spoilers, please skip ahead a little bit because I'm about to get real pissed about this book. I have been reading this book. It is currently Christmas Eve. I've been reading this book since the 20th. I've been reading it for 4 days. I woke up at 4 a.m. I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. I came back. I couldn't fall asleep again. So I was like, I'm just going to read my book because I was at like 70% or something. So I've been reading this book for the last 3 hours. It definitely was a book that was like, no, you couldn't put it down type of read. But here's the thing that I freaking hate. I hate books that you put all this, like, you put emotion into it and you're like putting, not emotion, but like, what am I trying to say? Yeah, emotions, no? You have feelings, you're investing your time, your energy into reading a book. You purchased it. I think I got that one for free actually off Kindle. But like, I have other books by this author that I was like, oh, this is a thriller. It's going to be great. If this is her writing style, I told Nick, I'm never reading another book by Natasha Preston again. This book pissed me the F off. The whole time you're following around... What the hell was her damn name? I've already...
Natasha?
Penny.
Yeah.
You're following Penny around. No, Natasha's the author. You're following Penny around, and basically what's happening is there was all these murders like a year ago on Halloween, and now it's a year later, and basically the murderer that was arrested was her boyfriend's dad. So she hasn't talked to the boyfriend. They are like exes, and now she's like trying to... People are dying again a year later, and she's trying to reconnect with the ex-boyfriend because she knows that he didn't do it. Like, he's innocent. She has this group of friends, and she has a group of 4 friends. Wait, it's her? Oh, her and 3 friends, okay? And all these kids are dying from their high school that they know, and they can't figure out who it is. And then, like, an uncle shows up, and then he ends up dead, and he's the first adult to die. They end up in this freaking movie theater. And you guys, here's the spoiler, okay? I'm telling you, if you haven't read this book and you think you're gonna want to read it, now is the time to stop watching my review. It ends up that the ex-boyfriend's sister is the one that's killed everybody, and the dad took the fall for her. And, okay, so that part's resolved, right? So now you know who's killed everybody. But at the very end, there's like a gunfight, and the boyfriend has the gun, the ex-boyfriend has the gun, and he's pointing at his sister, and she jumps, and the gun goes off, and the next page is the acknowledgments. There is no freaking resolution. There is no, like, oh, and then the epilogue 4 months later that they're back together, they're not together, who's dead, who's not dead. There's people in the brother, the boyfriend's been stabbed by his sister, and we don't know if he dies. Like, it's the literal amount of anger flowing through my body right now. And I know I should probably, I mean, maybe that is a good author, you know what I mean, to make you feel this fucking pissed off. But I also feel like I just wasted 4 days of reading that I could have been reading this book that I would like to get to next. Or I could have been reading, I don't know, rereading Fourth Wing or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Reading the fucking dictionary instead of this book. Okay. I literally have 5 other books by her that I found at the Goodwill that are literally, I'm going to get them off my bookcase today. They're going straight back to the Goodwill. I am so mad right now. I don't think you've ever seen me this mad over a book.
No.
I am so mad. I waited 4 days. I thought I was going to get resolution. I know this isn't a romance book. I know that. And, like, I'm okay with the fact that it's not romance. Like, I read books that aren't romance all the time. I don't know if this is a romance or not. My dogs are hungry because I literally have been... I mean, they're hungry, but they usually eat around this time. So they're not... You guys haven't been waiting forever. And like, I don't want to make it sound like I didn't feed them because I was reading. That's not the case. They don't eat at 4 in the morning. If I started feeding them at 4 in the morning, Nick knows I'd be up at 4 in the morning every day, and I'm not doing that. I'm so... Instantly. Nick was eating his breakfast, and instantly I was like... every book that I have by her is going. At least with Frida McFadden, you get some resolution. But this just totally pissed me off. So I think this is going to be my next read. But I'll let you guys know. But that's my freaking thoughts on Natasha Preston. If you're watching this, which will never happen, you suck.